18-year-old Nolan Wells was last seen on a July 4th outing to Horn Island with his quote-unquote friends. Nolan Wells was last seen with a girl around 3 p.m. The girl said she assumed that he was getting ready to get on the boat that he came out in, and she was able to make it home because people came to get her. Why couldn't they do the same for Nolan? So the first day of search was just done by the authorities, and then the second day they were joined by the U.S. Coast Guard, Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, and Gulf Islands National Seashore, the United Cajun Navy, and other partners. Around 8:45 a.m., a U.S. Park Service ranger discovered Nolan Wells' body in the water near the northwestern tip of Horn Island on July 6th. All of this was preventable if his so-called friends actually wanted to protect him and actually cared about him.
Tonight, new audio shedding light on the moments before some of Nolan Wells' friends left Horn Island off the coast of Mississippi. A mom of one of the friends last week said the group left without Nolan when their boat began malfunctioning.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come?
NBC News has obtained audio as part of a records request that details the group calling for towing assistance.
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
Nolan went to the island in a boat with friends on July 4th. His body was found 2 days later. It's unclear whether Nolan was with anyone when he disappeared. This as the search for answers in the death of 18-year-old Nolan Wells continues. His family's attorneys saying they'll now work side by side with investigators to analyze Nolan's cell phone.
So everybody will be able to see at the same time what the cell phone has.
Nolan's parents previously said they believe content may have been deleted from the phone. The case will be presented to a Mississippi grand jury once the investigation is complete. The local district attorney telling NBC News that's a standard practice for cases with an unknown cause of death and not an indication that a crime was committed. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter says his team has interviewed several witnesses and is working to get answers for the family. Do you feel like you're getting useful information that's been helpful to figuring out what happened?
Yes, sir. We're getting very useful information, and we appreciate the public coming forward with what they've had, and we don't want them to be hesitant.
Today, the family met with the district attorney for more than an hour.
It was just a meeting where she talked about the process. She didn't tell us any information about the investigation. We're trying to get to those answers.
As tonight, Nolan's family prepares to hold his funeral next week.
He would not want us to be sitting around crying and eating, and so what we're going to do is kind of have a party to celebrate him.
This is Nolan Wells' grieving mother, and she has been facing so much misdirected and unnecessary hate from this case. Not only did she lose her 18-year-old son, but now she also has to deal with her job being review bombed by supporters of the white families. People saw the details of this case and still chose to go on her Yelp and review bomb her because I'm honestly asking, why did you guys think this was a good idea? A grieving mother, and you chose to review bomb her because, let's read this last comment by Tammy McQueen. Unfortunately, I'm looking for another medical provider. I don't feel Christine has my best interests at heart. I should be treated the same as her patients that share her skin color. It's so stupid that I can't even break it down and explain what they're trying to say, because I honestly don't know what they're trying to say. This is a grieving mother. New audio has leaked showing the true intentions and where Nolan's friends' minds went when they saw his dead body.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
So, 2 days of search, and day one he was already dead. They already knew he was dead. and they didn't tell law enforcement. They didn't tell no one. They just went about and made sure that their traces weren't left at the scene. That doesn't sound like friends to me. That sounds like murder suspects. The judge to this case is the stepmother of one of these boys. Conflict of interest, and that should be changed immediately. Nolan Wells' family launched a GoFundMe following his death. The fundraiser already reached, I think the new amount now is $700,000. Anything helps. These people are fighting an uphill battle with this case and this town. So I feel like they need as much support as they could get. That's all I gotta say, guys. Shit like this needs to stop happening, and people who do this shit need to be held accountable.